Hi, my name is Nathan Busick, and I'm doing my speech on Alexander the Great. I think Alexander the Great was an amazing king and an amazing war commander. Alexander the Great was extremely close to world domination. I know the world wasn't as big as it is today, but it's still very impressive for one man and a nation to conquer almost the entire world. I chose Alex because he's an amazing warrior. I learned about Alex during school. He was one of my favorite topics to learn about in history. Never dove great into depths with Alexander's past. I only know very little about him, so that's why I'm doing my speech on him. Alexander the Great was a great leader, and he knew how to lead an army and conquer nations with ease. Alex was born in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedonia, in July 356 BC. His parents were Philip II, a Macedonian, and his wife was Olympias. When Alex was young, the great Leonidas taught him how to fight and ride horses. Being taught at such a young age is one of the main reasons why Alex was just so good at fighting. He also enjoyed reading and writing as a boy. His father always taught him how to be, and always thought he would be an amazing king. Alex had a private tutor. His private tutor's name was Aristotle. This is a picture of Aristotle teaching Alexander the Great while he was young. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. He began tutoring Alexander the Great in 35 BC. Aristotle founded his school in Athens, where he spent the rest of his life studying and teaching and writing. Some of his notable works include Politics, Metaphysics, Poetics, and Prior and Aeschylus. While Alex was in his teens, he was challenged to tame an untamable horse. Alex realized the horse was scared of his own shadow and turned his head facing the sun. This is Alex taming his horse. His horse's name was Bucephalus. He was able to tame it when no one else was able to. That was one reason why he was an amazing leader. Alex believed that he had divine blood and called himself the son of Zeus. He also claimed that he was a demigod. He would often act or model himself after Zeus. At the age of 18, Alex proved how great he was in battle by turning the tides of the battle in the Battle of Chaeronea. At the age of 19, Alex was anointed king of Macedonia after his father's death. In 334, Alexander went up against the toughest army, the Persians. He defeated King Darius and captured him and kept him as prisoner, like a little slave. He then went on and conquered almost all of Europe, including Rome and Babylon, and some of Africa, including Egypt. My conclusion is, while conquering Carthage and Rome, Alexander the Great died of malaria at the age of 32. I believe if Alexander the Great did not die of malaria, he would have conquered all of the world at that time. To sum up my topic about Alexander the Great, Alexander the Great was an amazing king of Macedonia and conquered almost all the world. Even though he died at a young age, at the age of 32, I believe that he still made a very large impression of what he did and how he conquered. Alex died, and 3 months after his death, his son was born. It's very sad to think that once you die, your wife still moves on with the child. After Alex's death, almost his entire kingdom basically collapsed, and they all fought for power, and just everything was ruined. The end.
Move the camera one more time. You can move the camera so they can see us. We're still here. Nobody left.
Stop it.
Like a little slave.